This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is made possible by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton. When it comes to real estate, there's no substitute for local knowledge. Shelton Highclimbers Football Booster Club, benefiting players in the Shelton High School football program by raising funds, organizing volunteers, and building community support. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health. Good evening and welcome once again to Jack Stark Field at Highclimber Stadium on the campus of Shelton High School in Shelton, Washington. Tonight, it's week 2 of the high school football season as the Shelton Highclimbers host the White River Hornets. My name is Dedrick Allan and you are watching Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Both teams come into the game after dropping their season openers last Friday. Shelton was shut out by Gig Harbor 49-0, and White River lost at Capital 37-20. The Hornets are a Class 2A team that plays in the South Puget Sound League. They were 1-4 last season. No record of Shelton and White River playing before, and a quick glance at the Hornets against Capital last week shows they use similar formation as the Highclimbers, so we should be in for an entertaining game tonight. Coming up, we will talk with Shelton coach Mark Smith. It's week 2 of the high school football season, the White River Hornets at the Shelton Highclimbers. Kickoff is at 7 on Mason Web TV powered by HCC.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from...
Okay, well that's very interesting. I'm not hearing anything all of a sudden out of my program, but we're going to be right back with the coach as soon as I figure some things out. We're having some technical issues. So sorry, folks. Yeah. Let's bring up the coach here. Where is the coach? It's halftime. There's the coach.
Well, it's nice the wind has died down.
Yeah, Gerry, we'll get to that in just a moment. We'll be back. Here is the, I think here's the coach.
Welcome back to Jack Stark Field at Highclimber Stadium. Dedrick Allan here, just ahead of the White River Hornets at the Shelton Highclimbers. It's now time to talk with the coach. Wednesday, I had a phone conversation with Shelton head football coach Mark Smith.
So where would you like to start after Gig Harbor?
I'd like to start with the positive.
Okay, let's go.
I thought that the electricity in the stands, the community support, the packed house, the electricity in the air, the support was unbelievable. I don't get caught up in that usually. I'm used to being in packed houses and big games, big stadiums, things like that. But after being a year away, where we weren't allowed to have fans, having fans was awesome. I thought that I heard very good positive comments about the cheer and dance, and that's probably about where the positives end from last Friday night game.
So other than those positives for your team, what did you take away from how they did?
Well, I thought for the most part our operation was good for game one. I mean, we didn't have to waste timeouts, not having 11 guys out on the field. We lined up correctly for the most part. Now we got to get better snap to whistle. What we, a lot of the things that go on are the details that, unless you watch film, you don't quite get to see. I mean, everybody gets to see the obvious, right? Everybody gets to see a thrown interception, but, everybody gets to see a missed tackle or a kickoff return for a touchdown or a punt return that we've scored called back because of a penalty. But until you watch the film, you don't really understand if those are true indications of what really happened, or was that because of a wrong route being run, or a route being run at the wrong time, or wrong depth, or pass protection, or guys not staying in their lanes on kickoffs and get back in their lanes after they get out of their lanes. So we focused on what details did we not do well at, and that's where our focus of the effort is this week in practice, is paying attention to those little details that are the difference between being successful and not successful. One of our goals is to go 1-0 on each play. Just go 1-0. Just try to win that play. And what happens is if you consistently go 1-0, then you are consistently either A, moving the ball down the field methodically, or 2, you're successfully getting stops on defense, or you're successfully making special teams be a successful factor in your game plan. We track something called hidden yardage. And what hidden yardage is, it's yards that don't really show up in the box score as far as yards rushed, yards passing, total offense, yards rushed against, passing yards against. I believe the box score was we had 175 yards of total offense, and Gig Harbor had like 240, maybe 250, somewhere right around there.
Right.
And that's about 75 yards, say, of difference in total yardage. But the score was 49-0.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened there? Well, we lost 184 yards in the hidden yardage in special teams. And that, to me, is our goal is to be plus 100. We want to be plus 100 in the hidden yardage goal, which comes from special teams. And so that is where we have to really focus a lot of effort. So that's kind of the details, offensively, defensively, and special teams, and then we have the ability to do that. I mean, I think we had a 50-some yard punt, by our kid one time, but then we had one blocked, right? And then we had one shanked, So we just got to be consistent.
Now, you had a couple of guys get dinged up during the game. What is their condition, and will they be back this week?
Yeah, the only one, unfortunately, Connor Gilman has fractured his ankle. So he'll be out 4 to 6 weeks. And, you know, you'd never like to see anybody get hurt. You know, he's had a problem with that one, and hopefully he'll mend quickly, and it'll be stronger when he comes back. We're going to miss him. He's a heck of a player and a really quality kid in our football program. So, you know, we're hoping the best for him and a healthy, speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll be able to get back towards the end of the season for us.
And anybody else? I mean, you had a couple of guys. I saw one guy on crutches after halftime, and then towards the end of the game, you had a guy sit down.
Yeah, well, one was a cramp, and the other one was, you know, a knee sprain, but I don't think anything serious. I have not heard about that yet.
Are you getting anybody back that didn't play on Friday?
We might be getting Jude Sosky. He got cleared. He used to transfer from North Mason. He was a quarterback last year at North Mason, and he transferred over. And he won't play due to WIA hearing, eligibility hearing. And he got cleared yesterday.
Okay.
To play for us this season. So he'll give us some depth at quarterback, you know, and he'll give us another corner that hopefully can help us in our pass defense.
So what was the attitude of your kids after Friday and when you resumed practice this week?
You know, I really liked the attitude of our kids going in. I thought we were well prepared. I thought our kids felt good about going into the game. You know, I was a little shocked about how it ended. You know, as far as the score goes, that's not really kind of what I anticipated that the end result being like. Saturday, when we watched film, wasn't a great attitude about us, but, you know, it kind of had their daubers down a little bit, but that shows that they care. And, you know, it's our job as coaches to get them fired up, ready to play this week. And, you know, Monday being a holiday, it wasn't a great practice again, but yesterday was better. And we saw a little spark back. And, you know, we told everybody, you know, no one's going to feel sorry for us. You know, if you're looking for sympathy, you're in the wrong sport, the wrong field. I said there's going to be a packed house again, and they're coming to see a better product. And on the field, we got to do our job, get ready. So we're focusing on ourselves, and we're focusing on getting the team ready to play a White River team. You got two teams that are coming in 0-1. They're both looking for that first win. And I think both teams are excited with the opportunity that's in place this Friday night.
And I watched a little of their game at Capitol, and at least formation-wise, they look a lot like Shelton.
Yeah.
So what do you expect out of them?
Well, you know, their scores came on big plays. I think they had like a 75-yard touchdown. They had like a 40-yard touchdown, maybe a 37-yard touchdown. So, you know, we got to try to limit the big play on defense and make them be disciplined and not let them get the explosive play for a score and make them grind it out. Defensively, they're going to be in that 4-4 cover 3, and they're going to pretty much stick in that. And so we got to be able to block 6 in the box with our 6 guys in the box. And we got to establish a downhill running game. Our gap scheme runs have got to be successful for us, and we're going to focus hard on that. You know, when we're playing our style of football, we are controlling that line of scrimmage, and we did not do a very good job of that last week. That's where our emphasis is on this week, is being able to control the line of scrimmage, and then a lot of good things happen from there.
As Shelton head football coach Mark Smith, his Highclimbers are getting ready to take on White River. Kickoff is coming up next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there is no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401. That's 360-426-4401.
Collie?
Okay, we are back here at
hard that's
Jack Stark Field at Highclimber Stadium. Dedrick Allan here, still trying to work out some issues with the technical side of things. I'm not sure what's going on here, and Gerry Apple is joining us, and he's chatting it up with one person in the crowd. I'm going to try a couple of things here while I mess around with things. And the issue is, Gerry, my commercials are not playing sound off my computer, so I'm not really sure what's going on. We're going to try one more thing. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to turn it back up. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. What were you going to say?
They're seeing the visual part.
Yeah, they're not hearing the sound. It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
It's coming out of the computer, which is not necessarily what I want. And now, see, it's coming out of the computer. It's not coming out of here. Interesting. I'm going to have to play with that and figure that out. I don't know how I'm going to do this and call the game and play commercials. It's going to be fun. I do have a couple right here, which we'll get to. Let's go with this one right here. And we'll be back, talk more with Gerry Apple, and I'll try to figure out my technical issues. We'll be right back.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Also helping us out with these broadcasts, Mason Health. Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide no-cost shallow nasal. Wow. Here come the Highclimbers, folks. They're shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. A testing kiosk is located outside the 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule an appointment at curative.com. You can find the link in the upper left-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. If you have any questions about COVID symptoms or testing, please contact your provider's office. Gerry, I know you were kind of scouting getting some history on I guess White River, is that what you're learning about over there?
I was. I do know, I think the quarterback tonight will be number 8, I hope. Been watching him. They've got a number 7 wide receiver, deep back. Nathan Peckham is somebody we need to watch. Like I said, I don't know a lot about White River. They're out of the Buckley area.
Right.
And
Class 2A, South Puget Sound League. Actually, I want to say 7 years ago, 6-7 years ago, Lim Elway and I went to White River and broadcast the North Mason White River playoff game. It was a cold, wet night.
So evidently, White River is grown. Is it a AA?
Yes, 2A school.
And are they in the same league as Enumclaw?
I believe so. I don't remember seeing all the teams that were in that league, but yeah.
Yeah, Enumclaw, Fife.
Yeah, Fife.
Okay.
Fife usually a powerhouse in that league as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah.
Here come the Highclimbers onto the field. We'll just zip over here.
It looks like all indications it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, they're very similar in their formations and their lineups, and apparently both teams have. We know that the Highclimbers have some speed when they get running downhill. We saw a couple of examples of that against Capital if you watched that game. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a very entertaining game, Gerry.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think Shelton's going to be okay. They tried to establish the running game last week, and unfortunately couldn't do that, and went to the passing game the second, third, and fourth quarter. I guess the key too is if you've got 3 keys for the game, I would say they need to eliminate some of those turnovers, those interceptions, and cut down on the penalties a little bit. But it's a first game.
Right.
At first game, you're going to have those penalties. And the wind looks like it's died down just a little bit.
It's very interesting, folks. The wind is actually blowing from the south to the north, which is, if you're looking at this field, it's from the right to the left. However, in the stands, it swirls back around and comes the opposite direction at us. It's very, very interesting. And we're going to take a timeout, and we will be back with more from Jack Stark Field at Highclimber Stadium, White River, and Shelton coming up.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR. Then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV. Restart or replay shows you've missed and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Also helping bring this broadcast to you, the Shelton Highclimber Football Booster Club. Primary source of funds is through their banner program. Businesses, or anyone for that matter, can purchase a banner sponsoring the football program. Banners can be purchased through Shelton Highclimberfootball.com. That's Shelton Highclimberfootball.com. Gerry, you want to run down some of what we know? And I know there's a little highlight in that starting lineup for Shelton's offense. We don't know who's going to be in the place of Connor Gilman out. I guess it's going to be...
Would you like me to do the starting lineup?
Yeah, you can. When you get to that highlighted area, we can kind of pause. But go ahead and do the starting.
Yeah. Okay, at wide receiver, number 3, a sophomore, Gabriel Menifee. The quarterback tonight, a junior, number 9, Mason Goose. At wide receiver, a junior, number 10, Dante Trikoff. At the other wide receiver for the Highclimbers, a junior, number 14, Lucas Solinik. At center for the Highclimbers, a junior, number 55, Logan West. Offensive lineman, number 57, Jack Clements. The other offensive lineman, number 63, a junior in Wilshbach. The offensive lineman, junior, number 65, Mario Boxley. And the other offensive lineman, number 70, Daniel Tausa. And a tight end, number 88, Kobe Smith. Now, at running back, we're going to see 4 different individuals running the ball tonight. Number 4, Tyrell Stewart. Number 16, Dominic Dixon. Number 22, Bradley Eaton. And number 23, Jaden Fuller. I was just talking to number 88's dad, Bob Smith, about his son, Kobe Smith. So Kobe will be playing tonight. He didn't get a chance to play last week.
Okay, Gerry, I think I heard that Terrell Stewart will be doing the starting running back for the Highclimbers tonight. The Highclimbers did win the toss and deferred to the second half. So the Hornets will be receiving the kickoff to get this game underway, and we'll do that here shortly. The national anthem will be coming up shortly, and we'll get to that in a moment.
Bob.
And we'll be right back. Gerry just has no idea his mic is always on. Okay. Well, your mic is always on, Gerry. Just
is it?
Yeah, it always
Apologize
is.
for that.
Yeah, that's all right. I turned you down. So we are going to get the national anthem taken care of here. Let's all rise for that national anthem.
Tonight's a special night. We have a 2020 Shelton High School and dance team alumni here who's currently attending Pacific Lutheran University. She's going to be singing our national anthem tonight, so please welcome Catherine O'Day.
All right.
That was beautiful.
I wonder where was she? Was she in the booth up there, or was she on the floor?
She was on the floor.
I didn't see her, so.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Hey, how you doing?
So we are ready for a kickoff.
Yeah, good to see you.
Shortly, and then hold on a second here.
As a receiver, they're going to start him also on the other side of the line as a safety.
Oh, good. That's great.
All right, I am sorry about that. We're about ready to get this kicked off. And we will have Brendan Kaiser to kick it away for the Highclimbers. They are obviously in their black shirts, all black, decked out in their black jerseys and their pants, red letters, white trim. And that back deep, I can't quite see it. We'll see who picks it up. And we're about ready to get this underway. Ball's booted, spiraling down, taken at the 8. Look at the breakthrough to the 30, across the 35.
Looked like there might have been a fumble.
Was there a fumble? Josh Holland, I think, was on the return. And it was dropped. They're going to keep it with the Hornets. And they'll start out at their own 37, it looks like.
Yeah, it was a 53-yard kickoff by Brendan Kaiser. There was a fumble, but it was recovered by White River.
So it looks like the number Tyson Campbell will be the QB, and he'll hand it off straight up the middle on the carry, and I didn't see who got the carry. 34 is Plaster, Payne Plaster, with a quick hit of what?
Looks like about 7 yards.
Yeah, up to the 44. Second down and just about 3 for the Hornets. Handoff, that time snuffed out by the Climbers, and a short gain of 2 yards for Plaster again on the handoff. Across the 45 to the 46. Third down and about 1.5 yards for the Hornets. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side, and out of the gun will go Campbell. Again, a handoff straight up the middle and met. Again, that's Payne Plaster straight up the middle. Got needed about 1.5 yards. I think he got 3.
Yeah, he picked up a couple there.
To the 48, first down for the Hornets at their own 48, opening drive of the ball game. Again, out of the gun. Another quick hit in the middle, and the ball might have came out of that one as well. Plaster getting all the work for the Hornets.
Yeah, he's had 4 carries already.
That does put the ball into Highclimber territory at the 49. It'll be second down and about 7. Same formation again. Campbell's going to go back to pass this time. Dump it off the screen. It is incomplete. It bounced off of Devin Zweifel. And incomplete it falls. Be third down and 7 from the 49.
Well, probably a passing situation here. Let's see what happens.
Looks like the center for the Hornets had a little discussion with the quarterback. Campbell back to pass again. He'll step up and he's going to go down. Good penetration by the Climbers. And it was Makowitz with the first hit there. And I believe also in there was Brad Tiller. A lot of, 6
about
on the play?
6. I would say 6 on that play.
4th and it looks like 12 for the Hornets, and they're going to punt back deep for the Climbers. Should be Elton. Can't see his number here. Or is it Fuller?
Good defensive stand by the Highclimbers.
Plaster back to kick.
Is it Plaster going to be doing the kicking? Low snap, handled better. Here comes the pressure.
He was so close to blocking that.
And the ball is caught right inside the 30 at the 29.
That's right.
It was Elton with the punt reception. And the Climbers start out 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, 27-yard punt, no return.
Okay, I was wrong, Jerry. The starting running back for the Highclimbers is number 23, Jaden Fuller.
Okay.
I thought I heard that Stewart was going to get the start, but actually it's going to be Fuller. He's going to be behind Goose. He'll go out of the pistol. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near for the Climbers. Little play action to go early. And here goes Goose on the scramble out the sideline to get 4 yards, maybe. Gets across the 32. Looks like the 32, Jerry.
Yeah, it looks like 4 yards. 3 yards, 4 yards.
3 yards where they spot it. I'm going to put it back at the 32, push the line back.
You know, Goose was pretty effective with that last week, taking that ball and running.
Again out of the pistol. Same formation, Fuller the back behind him. Hand off to Fuller. This time he'll jump stop in the middle. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Wrapped up by Campbell and wrapped up by Chase Campbell there.
It's like 3rd and 7 coming.
No gain on the play.
No gain.
So officially no gain. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side for the Climbers. Out of the gun will go Goose, and there comes a little encroachment. I'll give a quick 5 for Shelton.
Changes it from a pass play maybe now to a running play.
We will see what the coach draws up, Gerry. So 5 yards on that. Penalty brings it 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. Again out of the gun. Back to pass goes Goose. He'll throw complete. This time it's complete to
Trykoff.
Yeah, Trykoff trying to catch up with it. He'll get up near midfield. He'll stop him at the 48 after the first completed pass for the Highclimbers, and the Highclimbers are in a hurry up.
Gain of what? What do you say? Gain of how many?
From to the 47, 1st and 10 for Shelton. This time is a handoff. Here comes Fuller. Fuller out the outside, up the sidelines, bangs across the man, run out of bounds. The guy with the tackle is Lyle Dullijohn. And it's all the way into the 40-yard line for the
gain of
Highclimbers.
about 13 on the play by Fuller.
We have a hold, however. Gerry's coming back.
Oh, boy.
It's a good run. Oh, I see the flag now. It's right at midfield, right in the yellow. That's why I couldn't see it. So that'll back him up after a big gain. So that'll bring up a 1st and probably
10 down to the 40.
Yeah.
41.
Okay, 41. So call it 1st and 16, 17. Now after the penalty. It'll be Elton coming out of the backfield. There's another jump by the Hornets.
That's an encroachment call against the Hornets.
So another 5 yards. The White River defense, Gerry, just a little too anxious to get in there and play, and that'll bring up 1st and 10.
So far, the penalties are very costly for both teams.
Brings the ball back up to the 47-yard line. Back to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, empty backfield for Goose. He goes back to pass, sets his feet, looks downfield, he's going to launch it. Got a guy there, no, just overthrew. Intended target was number 22, Bradley Elton. And then there is a flag, however, way back in the backfield, about the 44-yard line. This is going to be another hold on the Highclimbers.
It's a holding call against the Highclimbers.
So that'll march him back 10 from this spot. And that'll put the ball back all the way back inside, not the 35. So it's going to be 1st and 22, Gerry. Back at the 34-yard line are the Highclimbers. Out of the gun again. Handed off to Stewart. Stewart is going to be wrapped up, met in the backfield by number 63, and that is Reese Branch. With the stop and a negative play again. The Highclimbers are going backwards.
Yeah, a loss of about 5 on the play.
It's going to be about second down and 30 now. Ball back at the 28-yard line. That's further down back than where they started this drive, Jerry, by a yard. Man in motion. It's going to be Menifee. Goose will throw it incomplete in the middle of the field. No, it wasn't Menifee. It was actually Jude Sosky was on the motion man. The transfer from North Mason. So 3rd and 30 for Shelton.
So far, the Highclimbers have got 2 first downs, and Goose is 1 for 3 in the passing game.
So Goose will go out of the gun. Stewart, the back beside him, to his right. 1 receiver far side, 3 to the near side. Back to pass goes Goose. He'll look it off complete to Trikoff, and he is tackled immediately after the catch by number 13, Andrew Woods. It'll be 4th down and, well, make it 16 or so. I'm sorry, 26 or so. And that'll put Stewart in to boot it back to the Hornets. Back deep is Kwasnitzer, number 5. And what do we have here? We have a timeout by the Highclimbers. So while we have a timeout, we'll remind you that the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They'll be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there's no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401. 360-426-4401, the Conklin team.
Did you see who got the timeout?
Shelton.
Thank you. They're allowed 3 timeouts per half, everybody.
So Stewart will reset this to get it, to boot it back to the Hornets. Kwasnitzer back to, ooh, good penetration, but Stewart gets a beauty off. It's going to roll inside the 20, picked up about the 15, and ooh, boy, there's a big old block in the back there, and it's going to draw a penalty as Kwasnitzer gets to the 23, but that's going to come back. That was a hard block.
He blindsided him. Yeah.
Got a reaction out of the crowd here, Jerry, and that
was a beautiful punt.
It was a beautiful punt.
I calculated a 51. That is
I would agree with
very nice punt.
Beautiful punt, and you want to know something? Payne Plaster was right there trying to block it, and Stewart got it away.
Yeah.
And that was very impressive to come away with a beautiful punt, plus the penalty. Where are they going to mark it back? I didn't see what it's going to be a personal foul. And they call helmet-to-helmet contact against the Hornets, and that I'm thinking is going to be half the distance, Jerry, because it's a 15-yarder and they're at the 20.
Yeah, so it'll probably a little bit down to the 10. Looks like that's where the defense is assuming it's going to be.
You know, the play last week that we were very confused about, that punt, Jerry. I got the explanation about what it was and why they put it back near midfield. Because the penalty occurred post-kick, towards the line of scrimmage, they have to mark it back from where the punter caught the ball.
Gotcha.
That's the explanation. Kind of agree, kind of disagree, but you know.
At least it was a good.
It was a good explanation.
Yeah, good explanation.
Really, really wanted to know. So they're going to mark the ball at the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hornets from their own 10 out of the gun. We'll go Campbell. He's got 3 receivers far side. Back to pass he goes. Steps up. He's going to be run down. Looks like the first guy there. 59, Jerry. Brad Tiller was the first guy there. And they actually
gain of 1 on the play.
Gain of 1. He got that pocket collapsed around him quick, Jerry. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 11.
Shelton has pretty well dominated this game so far.
Aside from the penalties.
Yeah.
Campbell go out of the gun. He'll switch people around. Send 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. He's got a back beside him and a step back. The back will take the handoff. I think that's Plaster. No, it is not. It's number 30, I believe. No, it can't be. It's pulling number 20, and he got another yard. Actually, give him 2, Gerry.
Okay.
Be 3rd and 7 from the 13 for the Hornets. 5:40 to go, first quarter, no score. Second possession for the Hornets. So they're going to tighten things up for the Hornets. A little handoff again. Here comes Plaster. Plaster around the south side to the 20, up the sidelines, 40, stays in bounds. He's drugged down at the 46-yard line. Nice pursuit and a good big run for Plaster.
35-yard run. Well, he is very fast.
Obviously, got around the edge. I don't see any laundry out there, so let's play this.
And he's got a unique running style.
Actually, Gerry, they say he stepped out of bounds at the 36. So I can take 10 yards off that run.
Yeah, I was watching that carefully, and I didn't think he'd gone out, but
well, you know, we're way up here.
I didn't have as good a view either.
Yeah, we're way up here. Out of the gun goes Campbell, handed off to Plaster again. This Plaster fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. And the plow gets pushed. And
no gain.
No gain. One guy says give him a yard. No, maybe 2, Gerry.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of push.
He has picked up 42 yards so far on 7 carries. So he's averaging about 6 yards per carry.
2nd and 8 from the 38 for the Hornets out of White River. Out of the gun goes Campbell. 2 receivers on each side, bunched formation there for them, and they're going to dump it off the screen. Nice coverage. Nice catch by Dolajan, and knocked down immediately by the Highclimbers. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
No gain on the play.
No gain at all, and the Highclimbers sought that out in a good open field man-on-man tackle. And I think that was 36, was it, Gerry, who made the tackle? Or did you see? I don't have a 36 on my roster, Gerry. Okay, out of the gun at 3rd and 8. Back to pass. Little screen set up to Plaster. Plaster breaks one tackle up the sidelines, gets near midfield as he ran out of bounds. Chased by Elton, I believe. That'll mark him out at the 48.
So 11-yard gain for Plaster, who's already had 8 carries in this game. And that's the 3rd first down for White River.
3:57 to go, first quarter. Hornets on the drive at their own 48-yard line. Out of the gun goes Campbell. 2 receivers on each side. Hand off to Plaster. Plaster dancing around, comes sideways. Pursuit breaks upfield now to inside the 40 to the 35. Is run out of bounds by Bradley Elton.
That's being Plaster again, this time going right. Knocked out of bounds by Brad Elton for the Highclimbers.
33-yard line of the Highclimbers is where they'll spot the ball.
19-yard run.
He's just picking them up in chunks, Gerry.
Yeah, he is.
And he'll get a rest.
He's quite a workhorse.
Yeah, he'll bring in Josh Pullen in his place in the backfield. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near. Pullen the back on the side. And he'll take the handoff. Pullen not quite the speed, but it gets around the corner. Up the field, he goes to the 20, and he's run out of bounds. They're going to get a horse collar at the end of that play, I think, Gerry.
Yes.
And ran out of bounds near the 15. I was going to say he wasn't as speedy, but boy, he sure did turn on the jets when he turned that corner.
He did.
Shelton there on the tackle for the Highclimbers. There is a penalty flag down.
Let's see what the penalty is.
Well, it's going to be probably half the distance again.
It's a block in the back, Gerry, on the Hornets at the end of the play. That's interesting.
Oh.
Huh. You know, the way the one of the tacklers for the Highclimbers had a hold of his back, it looked like he might have got a horse collar, but maybe he just never got a hold of the pads.
Well, I was like you. I thought it was a horse collar, but
So it's going to be 10 yards from that spot, and it'll be still pretty close to the first down. That might be 2nd and 1 for the Hornets at the Highclimber 29. They need to get to the 28 for the first down. I'm going to call it 1st and 1, actually.
1st and a short yard.
Pulling, nope, we're going to get a false start on that one. Is it false start or offsides, Gerry? That's going to be a false start. That'll march him back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 6.
Still remains first down, except first and about 6 yards to go for the Hornets.
Well, both teams have picked up their share of penalties tonight so far.
Piling up the penalty yards early. Again, will go out of the gun. Campbell will send 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Pullen still in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. Pullen coming at us this way. Trying to turn the quarter. Good pursuit by the Highclimbers. Ran out of bounds. Did get a few yards on that carry, however. Inside the 30 to the 27.
14 on the tackle.
That's Lucas Solnick. So it'll be 2nd down, and it looks like 5.
Yeah, a short 5.
Getting the handoff to Pullen up the middle this time. Bounces across the first down marker to the 21-yard line. Straight at the middle kind of run this time. And here comes Plasters. Pullen will get a rest this time. 3:20 to go here, first quarter, no score.
6 first down.
High snap, handled well, and boy, Makowitz right there to pull him down at the, that wasn't Makowitz, I thought it was, 99. It was Blaze Andrews in the backfield. Got Plaster almost immediately after he got the handoff.
Great tackle. Good job.
Penetration by the Climbers. So 2nd and 17 from the 29. Clock is running 2:40 to go, first quarter. No score yet. White River with the ball. Out of the gun goes Campbell. He's got 2 receivers on each side. Plaster, the man beside him. Back to pass he goes. He'll throw it off complete. Good little dance there by number 7, trying to get by the defense, and Nathan Peckham gets about 6. To the 23.
And Campbell is 2 for 3 in the air in the passing game.
So under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Out of the gun goes Campbell. Back to pass he goes. He'll throw, dump it off pass, just overthrew intended target. Dilion, incomplete. That'll be 4th and 11.
Well, we're definitely at 4th down territory. I don't see them trying to kick a field goal, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Campbell's still out there. They'll go out of the gun. 2 receivers on each side. Back to pass. Goes Campbell. He'll tuck it under. And he's going to be dropped short of first down. I thought he was going to be dropped short of the first down at the 20, but he managed to get up to the 14-yard line. That's about 2 yards short, however.
Yeah.
And the Highclimbers will take over on downs on their own. Now, where are they going to spot it? 12? 12, no, they're going to take it over on their 15-yard line.
Gain of about
8, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to be tackled right there at the line, too.
Yeah. He managed to squirt out a couple more, 5 more from where I thought he was going to be stopped. Out of the gun will go Goose. He's got 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Back to pass he goes. He'll throw complete. And this is Fuller with the reception up near the 20.
His pass was complete to Jaden Fuller there out in the left flat.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 19. 2nd down and 6 coming. Approaching a minute to go here in the first. Highclimbers with their second touch of the ball. Out of the pistol will go Goose. Take the handoff, pull it down. He's going to throw. He's going to throw towards the middle. Good defense. Oh, intercepted, but there's a flag on the play. On the return, Diligent going to go up the sideline, stopped about the 25, but we're going to look into the flag back near the intercepted or near the targeted receiver, popped up in the air. And it's going to go on White River. It's going to be pass interference. I just glanced at the replay on the on my phone. Should say the delay, and it does look like it was clearly the defender was early because the ball was thrown a little bit behind.
And how does that rule work as far as the pass interference? Is it an automatic first down?
It's 15 yards.
15 yards
from the line of scrimmage.
That pass interference is a 15-yard penalty.
Now it moves the ball up to the 34, 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers.
So that's the 3rd first down for the Highclimbers.
Goose will go out of the pistol. He's got Fuller behind him. He'll slip that handoff in. Fuller takes the handoff and it'll get, well, might have eked out a yard gain there to the 35. Give him a yard, Jerry, and a hard-fought yard it was. So 2nd and 9 from the 35. Goose will go out of the gun. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Back to pass goes Mason. Under some pressure, avoids it, spins out, throws. It's complete to Kickoff. And that'll be up near the 40. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Kickoff, that was number 14, Lucas Solonic. So 3rd and looks like 5. Oh, on the end of the first quarter. So we're through 1 quarter this time, all knotted up with no score yet. Jerry, you have something to say?
Well, so far, Mason Goose is 4 for 6 in passing, and that was and they've got 3 first downs so far in the first quarter. The penalties, Shelton's got 30 yards of penalties, but what's really hurt at White River, they picked up 25, 30, 45 yards in penalties in the first quarter.
So before we start the second quarter, skip the wait at Mason Health's walk-in clinic. Conveniently reserve your appointment through the Mason General website. That's masongeneral.com/clinic/WIC. You can find a link on masonwebtv.com. Just look for the skip the wait ad in the upper left-hand corner. So the second quarter, we swap ends. The Highclimbers have a 3rd and 5 from their own 39-yard line. Out of the pistol will go Goose. A receiver on each side, no, 2 on the far side, excuse me. Little handoff to Ellerton. Ellerton is stopped for a loss of about 4. Now make it 3 on the loss, back to the 36. And it'll be 4th down, and I believe they'll get Stewart in there to boot it away. See if we can get off another beautiful punt, Jerry.
Oh, that last one was 55 yards. That was beautiful.
So who will go back deep for the Hornets? I believe it's going to be Klosnitzer. Again, a free runner towards Stewart. Plessminster will take it at the 25. He runs backwards, avoids one tackle, and Matai Elisam with the tackle. And I guess you can call that a -2 on that return, Gerry.
Yeah, 40-yard punt. Boy, you know, White River's getting pretty close to blocking those.
Those, yeah, they're those three runners, I call them. That guy was not blocked from the line.
One thing that's interesting about Shelton is they are a very balanced attack so far. 6 passes, 6 running attempts.
So the Hornets take over on their own 24-yard line. Played almost a minute here in the second quarter. Looks like Campbell will hand it off to, is it Blaster again, or Plaster again? And he's not going down, and he's not going forward either.
That was Plaster with the carry.
We'll see where his forward momentum is.
Well, they might have lost a yard, Gerry. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see.
That'll still remain at 2nd and 10.
Yeah. Oh boy, they're.
They lost one, so
Okay.
2nd and 11. Ball back to the 23-yard line. Campbell will go out of the gun. He's got a receiver on each side. Hand it off to Plaster. Plaster dancing around, breaks 3. He's into the secondary and he's pulled down near the first down yard line marker. Caught by Dante Trikoff, it looks like.
Gain of at least 10.
Now they're going to give him
11.
Yeah, he got the first down.
Gain of 11, and that's the 7th first down.
So 1st and 10 at the 35 for the Hornets.
Yeah, if he has any kind of hole, he's.
He takes advantage of it for sure.
Yeah.
A receiver on each side. There is the shotgun. Out bobbled, and the ball was dropped, and Campbell goes down. A loss of 6 on the play, Gerry.
Yeah.
Back to the 29. I didn't see who got there.
Campbell taken down by a couple of high
I think it was Carter Whitney who, blasted into the backfield to corral Campbell. So 2nd and 16 for the Hornets at their own 29. Campbell goes out of the gun and sends 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. That's Plaster and Zweifel. Back to pass goes Campbell, tucks it under, he's got to run, and he's nearly got away. And Bradley Elton with the tackle. Got 3 yards, Gerry, up to the 32. Notice one thing about the Highclimbers this game, Gerry, a lot of players playing both offense and defense tonight.
Yes.
Last week they were kind of doing unit stay to the unit. You know, offense or defense. Not a lot of crossover. Tonight, a little different. Out of the gun will go Campbell. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. He's going to go on the rollout, and he's going to be dropped. Who busted in there? It's going to be Ryan Makowitz with the sack.
Boy, his name is being mentioned a lot tonight.
Surprisingly, only 1 yard lost on that, Gerry. Back to the 28. And it's 4th down for the Hornets.
An example, Trikoff is playing both, split in and a wide receiver and safety.
Yep, Solonic as well. Ellerton working, and he's back to receive this punt from Plaster. High punt, nice punt. He's going to drive Ellerton back to the 35. He's going to slip 1 tackle, try to turn the corner, and he ran to the sidelines.
Nice high punt.
Right.
Allowed for good coverage.
And a 3-yard return.
Whoops.
Highclimbers will take the
You're
ball
right
on the
both ways.
38-yard line.
Good. Playing both ways. Good.
Highclimbers will go 1st and 10 from their own 38. Goose will go out of the pistol. It's like Stewart, the guy behind him, 2 receivers in the near and 1 to the far. Stewart gets the handoff, Stutter steps, and he is caught there in the backfield. Looks like Jacob Remnecker with the tackle.
I'm going to give him a gain of 1.
Looks like he did, up to the 39. Clock running, 7:25 to go, first half. No score. Shelton and White River. Shelton with the ball. Out of the gun will go Goose. He's got a receiver 1 on the far side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's another little jump. I think it's Goose in his hard count. We've seen that a number of times where he gets guys to jump because he does the.
That's the 3rd time that's happened.
So 5-yard pickup on the penalty. And it'll make it 2nd and 4 from the 44.
And it also comes from good coaching, too, teaching them, you know.
Goose will go out of the pistol this time. 2 receivers to near side. 1 to the far. Hand off to Stewart. Stewart trying to find some running room up the middle. Nowhere to go. But he did manage to get 2. Across the 45 to the 46.
Shelton has got a very balanced attack. Like I said, they're trying to establish a running attack. Not able to do it so far, but at least Goose is keeping them honest with the passing.
3rd and 2. Hand off to Stewart. He's got a hole, gets to midfield. He just goes straight up the gut, Jerry.
I think they heard me. They said, hey, we're going to prove you wrong.
So that puts the Highclimbers into Hornet territory at the 49. 6:25 to go in the first half.
That was Stewart?
Yes. Goose will go out of the gun.
Oh, boy.
Another jump, but they didn't call that one.
Close.
Back to pass goes Goose. Got some time. Throws over the middle. It's complete. Yep. That's Kickoff with the catch and a gain of 4 at the 45.
And Kickoff, Dante Kickoff is definitely his favorite receiver. That was proven in the first game. And so far, Dante has caught 3 passes.
Dante goes wide to the far side. Menifee in the slot on the far side, and Solonick alone on the near side. Out of the gun will go Goose. Ball at the 45, 2nd and 6 for the Highclimbers. Handoff to Fuller. Fuller in there, cuts it up the middle, and he's dropped inside the 45, about the 42.
Fuller on the carry for the Highclimbers. Branch on the tackle.
But you know what? Like they say, if you can gain 4 every time, 3 to 4 every time, you're going to do all right.
3.5, Jerry. 3.5.
That's right. That's right. I was coming up with that.
Jack Stark used to say that all the time.
Yeah,
Get 3.5 on every carry. You're good. Little play action. Goose shuts off one guy. He's still on his feet. Breaks it loose, but he's going to be caught for a loss of about, I don't know. It's going to be 7-8 yards. Maybe more than that. Back to the 48. Was it the 43? I think it's
I want to say a loss of 7.
Okay. 4th down coming. 4th and 13. Stewart in there to boot it away. Klossnicker back to receive. Here comes an open runner again. And that ball is going to be kicked and it's going to roll inside the 10. Inside the 5. Can they get to it? No. Did they get him down at the 1?
Almost.
No, they couldn't quite get to it. That's a touchback. Wow. I haven't seen that in high school football.
That would have been great. That was so close. Well, you got to give them credit. What a nice roll by the Shelton on the Shelton kick. 50 yards.
Wow.
1 yard too many.
Didn't know if they were going to give them to it. I guess it just hit that nose hit the line and the plane.
Boy, White River is getting so close to getting to that ball. Yeah.
Well, it was Plaster. One of the guys nearly got to the punter and Stewart. There's a handoff to Plaster. Plaster trying to get around some people, and he just runs in S patterns, avoiding tacklers, and he manages to turn what looked like a 2-yard loss into a 3-yard gain.
Yeah.
Tackle for the Highclimbers.
I'm impressed with him.
I
Gerry.
am
It
too.
just
I
is-
was watching him in practice, and I was impressed then. Of course, then he was running in slow motion.
Ball to the 23, 2nd and 7 for White River. Campbell goes out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers on each side and the back beside him. And it's a quick screen, and it just sails errantly away. Somebody might have got a hand on it.
That pass intended for
Incomplete. 3rd down coming for.
Bring it 3rd down.
Well, I don't understand. The one receiver out there had his back completely
Might have been
Sure.
miscommunication.
turned.
Yeah.
Didn't even see the ball. And if he'd been looking at the quarterback, he might have caught it.
Plaster will come out wide to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Back to pass. Nope, I was wrong. There's Plaster with a carry on the handoff, trying to get around the corner. And he's stopped about the 27, 28-yard line on the far sidelines. I'm sorry, I didn't even move the camera. Sorry, folks.
Ryan Makowitz for the Highclimbers.
That'll be 4th down coming. I'm 2 into this game, Gerry. I'm not doing my full job.
Bring up 4th down.
So 4th
Gain
down.
of about 3 on the play. It looked like it was more than that,
Shelton
but
is back to receive the kickoff. Plaster is set to make the punt.
So Plaster will be back to punt it away with a 4th down, and it looks like 3.
nice high kick the last time. Or
Low,
punt.
bad snap. Plaster's going to try and run for this one. Oh, he's going to boot it. There is a flag on the play, and he'll boot it out of bounds. That's not going to be a very good play or a very good punt in the end. And plus, there's a hold on
There's a flag on the play. It's a
On
holding
the,
against Hornets. But
Hornets.
we're facing off where that ball went
the
out of
ball went
bounds.
out of bounds at the
Out of bounds
48.
48-yard line of the Hornets.
So that's what a 20-yard punt there, Gerry.
Yeah, see, it was at the 27.
7, and they're marking it out
yeah,
of
probably
bounds.
about 20
21.
yards.
All right. And there was a hold, and this should it's going to be a hold on the Hornets. They're going to refuse it, the Highclimbers are, and they'll take the ball at the 48. I guess your choice there would be 10 yards back and re-kick.
Yeah, and so it was a 20-yard punt. That was pretty smart thinking on Plaster's part.
Well, it was a bad snap by all means. It rolled to him.
Yeah, and he made something out of
Yeah.
what could have been a disaster.
So Highclimbers will get the ball on the White River 48, 1st and 10. Goose will go out of the pistol. 2 receivers on the near side and 1 on the far side. Is it Stewart in the backfield? It is. He'll take the handoff, go straight up the middle, and he'll get 3 yards, maybe 4 forward progress, keeping those.
That's Stewart there taking the ball at
3.5 yards?
I give him 4
Okay.
from the 48 to the 44.
Yep, definitely 4.
So,
Second
2nd and 6.
yards to go for the Highclimbers.
I wasn't arguing with you, Gerry.
Okay.
Was there any discussion?
I was just trying to be funny.
Okay. Out of the pistol again. Stewart still the back behind Goose. Stumbled on that a little
That was a
delayed
delay,
delayed handoff. And Stewart had just nowhere to go,
Yeah.
unfortunately. He just lost his footing before he could get going.
Yeah.
And what do we have?
Looks like
A
loss of 3
timeout
yards.
by
We have a
White River.
timeout for the
That's their
Highclimbers.
first timeout.
And where's my other sheet? There
This
it is,
time
right
would be a
there.
great time to introduce our cheerleaders.
So the Shelton Highclimbers Football Booster Club helping bring this broadcast to you. Yeah, might be wondering how they spend their funds. Well, they provide sack lunch dinners for all away games. This includes packaged foods for every player, coach, and the bus drivers. Game bags, practice equipment, communication equipment, whatever the coach may want or need. Highclimber, more information is available at SheltonHighclimbersFootball.com. 2:26 to go in the first half, no score.
Abby Heinrich.
Highclimbers have the ball with a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah.
And
nothing long.
Oh, I see.
it'll go out of, I'm going to have to turn Gerry down because I can't concentrate when he's talking to somebody. Out of the gun will go Goose with a 3rd and 9. Back to pass goes Mason. He'll dump it off, complete to Trykoff. Trykoff avoids one tackler and gets it inside the 45 to the 44. And we have another timeout by White River.
And that's the second timeout for White River.
That's the third, second.
And that was a 4th pass caught by Trykoff.
So the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there's no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401, 360-426-4401. So 4th down for the Highclimbers. 2 minutes 6 seconds remain in the first half. No score. And looks like the Highclimbers are going to go for it, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It's going to be 4th and 6.
6 yards to go.
Goose looks like he's going to go out of the pistol. He's got 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Ellison in the backfield behind Goose. Looks like Colby Smith is up a couple of yards back behind the line. Back to pass goes Goose. He's going to throw a little high, incomplete, intended for Dante Trykoff. And that'll go over on downs to the Hornets on their own 44-yard line.
Now that was the longest passing attempt by the Highclimbers.
Oh, they put more time on the clock, Gerry. I swear it was at 2:06. Now it's 2:08.
Oh, okay.
It was 2:06 when I looked at it before the play.
Yeah.
Clock doesn't go backwards, does it?
And I didn't see the officials.
It might have been the delay before they actually got. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets on their own 44-yard line. Out of the gun goes Campbell. Hand it off to Plaster. Plaster goes sideways, trying to look for that seam to turn. Hesitates with a stiff arm. Manages to find his way to the 50, but flags to go flying.
It looked like they had him contained that time, and he made 5 yards out of nothing.
Right.
And we'll see what the call is.
He goes sideways, looking for a hole, a seam, something. Then he stops, and everybody's momentum takes them out of the play, and then he brings it upfield. Oh, we have a block in the back on the Hornets, so that pretty much negates that gain by Plaster.
Yeah.
And that'll march it back. So the ball is back at the 39. It'll be 1st down and 15 for White River. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Ooh, down goes my monitor. That's okay. And Campbell trying to set up a screen. He manages to get the pass complete up the sidelines on the far side. And boy, that got the ball into Highclimber territory. Really close to that 1st down, a yard short, Gerry, of 14-yard pickup.
And who caught that pass?
I have no idea.
Just shy of the 1st down, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 1 yard.
It looked like number 7 caught it.
I will go with that.
And that would be Nathan Peckham.
So 2nd and 1 at the Highclimber 48-yard line. Pullen with a quick hit handoff in the middle. He gets the 1st down. Would he get 4 or 5 yards on that carry?
Yeah, that's the 8th 1st down.
Clock continues to run, 1:35 to go in the half. Handoff again. Here's Pullen. Pullen to the 40. Inside the 40 to 38. And
Looks like a gain of 3 on the play.
Cooley and Ellington on the tackle for the Highclimbers.
And Poland is the second leading ball carrier for White River.
Do we have a flag on the play, Jerry? I don't see it.
I didn't see a
But the
flag.
referees are conferencing in. Here's that wind. It's actually got a small little bite to it. I need to put on my sweater. It's going to be a foul on penalty on the Highclimbers. Oh, an illegal substitution on the Highclimbers.
Okay, so that's why you did not see the flag.
Right.
Okay.
And that puts 5 yards on the end of that run. They're still talking about it with 1:31 to go in the half. If I'm not mistaken, Jerry, I think the White River's out of timeouts.
Is that their third?
I think, well, I think the last timeout was, it had to be their third. Now we're going the other way. I'm sorry, what's going on here? An illegal substitution.
That 5-yard penalty
Okay,
moves the ball up to
they
the
do finally get it out. It's going to be first down. It was a discussion of whether you take the play or take the yards. This is 1st and 5 from the 37 for the Hornets. Campbell will send 2 receivers on each side, pulling the back in the backfield. Here's the screen setup, and that ball is going to fall incomplete, I think.
Yeah, it looked like it was short. Let's see what happened.
No, they say it was completed, but no. Oh, I guess it was incomplete. I think Campbell was just too much pressure. He just kind of threw it away.
Yeah, Campbell's 2 for 6 in the throwing game.
So we'll go out of the gun again. He's got a receiver on each side. They'll hand it off to the Poland. Poland was stopped, and he never left his. He never hit the turf, and he gets the first down. Jerry, my goodness!
Wow!
What? He was stopped in the backfield.
I thought he was stopped. 12-yard gain. Wow! And we thought we had a loss there.
So the ball's up at the 32. Actually, it's a 7-yard pickup, Jerry. It was only 5 yards needed.
Let's see. Okay. All right. Thank you. 7?
7, yes. Handoff. This is Plaster. Plaster running sideways again. He's going to turn it up the field at the 40. And this time he's going to be dropped. Just at the 30-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the carry. Somebody lost their shoe? I guess not.
Plaster's limping a little bit.
So we have a timeout. I'm assuming there's a timeout the Highclimbers.
Yeah, that would be their second timeout for the Highclimbers. I only have 2 for White River, but
I could be wrong. Either if it's their last timeout, it would be taken now. Otherwise, I didn't see the indication of who'd called the timeout.
Okay.
Let me see if I can figure it out looking at the delay. I cannot. Either way, it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Well, we knew it was going to be a close game tonight. I figured it would be a close game tonight.
Just too even across the, yeah. So we're under a minute at 56 seconds remaining in the first half. No score as of yet. Ball's on the 29-yard line of Shelton. White River knocking on the door here with a 2nd down and 8. Campbell will go out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, 1 back beside him. Drop the ball, and he'll pick it up and squirt up the middle. Nobody's stopping him. He's going to be run out of bounds near the 16, 17-yard line. That was something that could have been disastrous for the Hornets, and these players are very heads-up plays.
Yeah. Gain of about 15.
And off to Plaster. Plaster trying to go the opposite direction. He'll cut it up the middle, and he's going to be dropped about the 11-yard line. Clock is running 37 seconds and counting. Hornets are out of timeouts. 2nd and 5 coming from the 11. And now what do we have?
Wise choice.
Well, I don't know. I think there might have been a flag, or is that? I don't know.
I think he just.
Nobody reacted to that snap.
Well, I didn't see any laundry.
I don't see any laundry out there either. But nobody reacted when the ball was snapped, and he just threw it
Yeah.
down.
That'll bring it 3rd down and 5 yards.
So I guess they are going to say he did manage to ground it. So it's 3rd and 5 from the 12 for the Hornets. 29 seconds remain in the half. Campbell out of the gun. Plaster the back beside him is to his left. 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion. There's the snaps on the rollout. Campbell looking, he's going to flip it to the goal line, and it is incomplete. 4th down coming. Intended target number 13, Andrew Woods. So it'll be 4th and 5 coming. And are they going to try to go for 5 or go for 3 or try to get the touchdown? You've got 24 seconds. Do you rely on your kicker? I don't know. We haven't seen him yet. I think the Highclimbers took a timeout there. Oh, wait a minute. We have a penalty. I don't see any flags. Where's the flag? They're talking to Coach Smith from the sidelines. Oh, it's an illegal man downfield. I think you do refuse that, Gerry. Brings up 4th down.
Okay.
The substitution there on the Hornets. It's declined by Highclimbers. So it will remain 4th down.
So 4th and 5 from the 11. It looks like the kicker is going to come out. And the kicker is Lincoln Argo. He's going to.
Yeah, I would have taken that penalty. I would have taken about a field goal territory.
It'll be about a 30-yard field goal. It's too far. And did he get it? No, he did not. 21 seconds to go in the half. And a missed field goal. 30-yard attempt. Highclimbers will take the ball on. It's on the 12? Or they just spotted on the 20? So 21 seconds remain in the half. And they're going to spot the ball at the 20. It will be a 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers and a timeout for Shelton.
And that is definitely the 3rd timeout.
Where am I here, Gerry?
Timeout is called by the Highclimbers.
Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. The testing kiosk is located outside 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule your appointment at curative.com. So Highclimbers probably going to take the knee here.
Well, why?
Yeah.
Why is he so far back?
This is their kneel down out of the pistol formation. It's a safety.
Yeah, yeah.
So Goose will probably take the knee with 21 seconds. They haven't run this play. And that will pretty much do it for the first half. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, the Highclimbers are heading to the locker room. So no score after 1 half of play here at Jack Stark Field, Highclimber Stadium. White River and Shelton knotted up at 0. We will take a timeout. We'll have some halftime statistics. We'll also enjoy the dance team when they come on to perform here. And we'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Halftime. So we're going to enjoy a junior dance team with the Shelton dance team right here at halftime, no score.
Your coach and team appreciate you. So give it up for the Shelton High School dance team.
for the performance. Technical issues are always great. And while we have a moment here, Shelton Highclimber Football Booster Club helping bring this broadcast to us. Primary source of funds is through their banner program. Businesses or anyone for that matter, can purchase a banner sponsoring the football program. Banners can be purchased through SheltonHighclimberFootball.com. Here we go. So we'll just, we sit here and wait. It's always good when you have no commercials to play.
The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there is no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401. That's 360-426-4401. All right. It's a good show once it got started, Gerry.
Yeah.
So you have some stats for us?
I do.
All right.
Thanks, Dedrick. First for Shelton. Shelton had 4 first downs, 7 for 10 in the air. Leading receiver, number 10, Dante Trikoff. He caught 4 passes for 15 yards. Number 14, Lucas Solinak, caught 1 pass for 5 yards. And Fuller caught a pass for 4 yards. And Bradley Elton caught a pass. Total of 24 yards. Everything was short. Everything was a screen play or swing pass. 7 for 24. On the ground, Shelton had 34 yards. Or excuse me, no. No, excuse me. On the ground, Shelton only had 10 yards.
Really?
Yeah, and here's the reason.
Okay.
We had several negative plays.
Right, okay.
So we had 12 negative yards, and so you balance that with the gains. You only had a total of 10 yards to the positive. So if you add the 24 yards in the air and the 10 yards on the ground, Shelton had 34 yards. Penalties, they had 4 penalties for 35 yards. The punting game, I thought the kicking game kept us in the game.
Yes.
Definitely. We had a 51-yard punt, a 40-yard punt, a 50-yard punt, an average of about 46 yards per punt. Brendan Kaiser had a 53-yard kickoff. We had some good defensive plays. I heard the name. There were several names that I heard a lot, and I'm going to mention those names right now, and you correct me, Dedrick, on that. I heard Ryan Mackwood's name several times.
Right.
Definitely. Blaze Andrews.
Yeah, he had a big play there.
Definitely several. Tiller.
Brad Tiller, yeah.
So those are the 3 that I noticed.
Bradley Elton, did you mention him? He had a couple of good plays there defensively.
Bradley Elton.
Just some of the guys are playing 2 ways tonight. They weren't doing that last week. So that's a change.
I counted 5 players playing both ways.
Right, at least.
5 or 6.
Yeah, and
you know, you take your talent. If you know, last week we didn't see that. I think he was trying to see if he could go more with people just going one way.
Right.
This week he's kind of changed his strategy a little bit.
It might be more not necessarily talent, but who works best together. Because this is a team effort across the board.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Who knows what the other guy is going to do more than somebody else.
I think that's a good point on your part. You know what's interesting? We've had no turnovers.
Well, almost. Yeah, you're right. We had that almost interception.
We almost had the interception.
A couple of dropped balls.
We've had a couple times where the quarterback maybe dropped the ball but picked it up. Campbell one time, we thought he was going to be nailed for a loss, and he picked up 15 yards.
Right.
Now, speaking of, let's go through White River's statistics. They had 10 first downs. They were 3 for 8 from the air. Their leading receiver was number 7, and he caught 2 passes for 20 yards. The total air game for White River was 3 passes for 20 yards. They relied totally on the ground. Although Campbell did mix it up a little bit to keep them honest. Boy, Placer, 16 carries for 88 yards.
Oh, wow, and a half?
At half. Well, he had a couple big gains.
Right.
He had the 25-yard gain, he had the 11-yard gain, the 19-yard gain, and the 11-yard gain.
Okay.
So, at number 8, the quarterback had 6 carries for 18 yards, and the big carry he had was 15 yards.
Yeah.
Now, he did get dropped a couple times for losses, and that showed that Shelton's defense was pretty good. They did a pretty good job on it. The other runner was Poland, and he had 5 carries for 33 yards. His big gain, I think, was 11 yards. So you're looking at 20 yards in the air and 139 yards. My math is right. Yeah, 139 yards. So you add the 2 together, they had a total of 159 yards.
Okay.
Well, Placer by far is the outstanding player as far as White River is concerned. And I would say Dante Trikoff is the leading receiver, and looks like the leading ball carrier tonight. It's a toss-up. I would say it would be Tyrell Stewart.
Okay.
Penalty-wise, this is what hurt. This is what hit White River. Plus Shelton's good punting game. 60 yards in penalties. That seems like that's awful low. 50.
Well, a couple of those, the Highclimbers declined to.
That's right. That's
several
right.
penalties.
That's right. It could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse, but still, that's a lot of yards. 60 yards.
And I think that pass interference, that was a big play that hurt White River. And so, you know, it's a good game. Good game. It's been a fun game so far. We'll see what happens in the second half.
All right, who's going to take this game in their hands? That's really what we're thinking about right now. 0-0, no score. Through a half of football, a lot better than the Highclimbers did last year. Last week.
Definitely. And you know, I think Shelton's going to play pretty well in the next few games. You know, I looked down the schedule for at least they play Centralia next week here.
Right, they're opening the Evergreen Conference play right here, Jack Stark Field, Highclimber Stadium against Centralia. And then they travel to Rochester.
They should do okay.
And right now I'm blanking on the rest of the schedule because that's all I'm thinking about.
Well, I know the end game is the one that I kind of worry about, and that's Tumwater and Aberdeen.
Right.
Aberdeen, they should do okay.
WF West is going to be tough too.
WF West, but Tumwater last night beat Capital 42-0.
I did not even look at the score.
Yeah, I saw that score. 42-0.
Okay.
So Tumwater's loaded.
Oh, it's reloaded.
What's surprising? They've got two big tight ends.
Okay.
A kid by the name of Otten. I think I've heard that name before.
Oh, gee, wonder where you heard that name before. All right, Jerry, I'm going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more. No score here after one half. And we'll be back with the third quarter and a whole lot more here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is made possible by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton. When it comes to real estate, there's no substitute for local knowledge. Shelton Highclimbers Football Booster Club, benefiting players in the Shelton High School football program by raising funds, organizing volunteers, and building community support. And Mason Health. United community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Huh?
This broadcast is copyright protected by Digiproof on behalf of Dedrick, Allan, and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of its contents, pictures, descriptions, and accounts without the consent of Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, MasonWebTV.com, and Hood Canal Communications is prohibited.
And we're back here at Jack Stark Field. Gerry, had something to add?
Yeah, I do. You know, Mason Goose, I was very impressed with his arm last week. I think he's going to air it out a couple times here in the second half. I wouldn't be surprised. He hasn't thrown long yet in this game, so it'll be. But I think you're going to see him come out and air it out a couple times at least.
Okay.
That's one thing I think you're going to see. It'll be interesting to see if Placer continues doing what he's done. They have not been able to contain him at all. He is so shifty.
He's shifty. You know, it's interesting watching him. He runs side to side, and he looks for the seam. And then when he gets too far to the numbers, he stops. And as I said before, the momentum carries the defense the other way, and that's when he takes advantage of it. Now, the Highclimbers kind of thought that out. The next time he carried the ball, he tried a different tact of going with a quick jump stop and going up sooner.
Because they contained him a couple times
a couple
there.
times.
They contained him pretty well, and we thought we were going to get a couple stops. I've been impressed with the Shelton team, the defense. They've been putting a lot of pressure on Campbell, and they've got Campbell a couple times for losses.
Right.
But Campbell also has been able to get away a couple times.
Okay, Jerry, I think let's do this, and we'll be right back with the third quarter.
Skip the wait at Mason Health's walk-in clinic. Conveniently reserve your appointment through the Mason General website. That's masongeneral.com/clinic/WIC. You can find a link on masonwebtv.com. Just look for the Skip the Wait ad in the upper left-hand corner.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
And we're back. Just about ready to start third quarter. No score. Highclimbers will get the ball to start the third quarter. So they'll send, let's see, it looks like you've got Elton and Stewart back deep. Elton at the near side and Stewart on the far side. And who's got it teed up wrong? Lincoln Argo with the kick, and we've only seen him attempt a field goal.
Yeah, so this is the first kickoff for him.
I watched him in warm-ups, and he attempted a 50-yard field goal. Now, it just didn't come off his foot very well, and he was kicking into the wind, and he's kicking into the wind now. We'll see how good he does.
Pretty good punter.
Well, Plaster does the punting.
Oh, Plaster, okay.
And he gets a kind of a low line drive that Stewart will pick up at the 10. He's going to cut it to the 20, 25, 30. Look out. 40, slipped the tackle there, 45, and he stood up at the 47. Good return.
37-yard return.
That's a good way to get things started for the Highclimbers. They'll start out on their own 47, first and 10. Wow. There's a spark to start the third.
Oh, great, great.
Solnick will go wide to the far side. Menifee, and it looks like Kickoff, near side. Out of the gun will go Goose. Fuller in the backfield with Goose. Waiting for the snap. Showing blitz. Goose back to pass. Got some time. He's going to take some time. He'll complete it. This is Solnick. Solnick to the 40 of the White River Hornets. Actually, 41 out of bounds. That was a nice patience and great protection for Mason Goose.
Yeah. 13-yard pass play.
First and 10 into Hornet territory are the Climbers.
Yeah. Fifth first down for the Highclimbers.
Out of the pistol will go Goose. Fuller, the back behind him. Not Tiller, but Makowitz in there. Handoff goes to Fuller. Fuller gets 2 yards. Maybe one. I guess they're going to spot. Not a very generous spot, Jerry. Well, one guy has it back. Okay, so give him 2.
I would give him 2, yeah. It looks like it's 2 from when you look at the yard marker over there.
Well, I'm looking at the referee before they place the ball down.
Okay.
So Goose will go out of the gun. Hand off to Fuller again. Fuller trying to go sideways. I think he might have lost a yard there. Depends on where they're going to mark his forward progress. And I've got to point something out. Ryan Makowitz is playing one of the up-backs in the backfield, Jerry, number 44. This is a little different look, personnel-wise. Saguz will go out of the gun again. Back to pass. Got some time. He's going to throw it down the middle. Got a guy there. Oh, incomplete. Intended for Dante Trikoff. And quickly, it's 4th down.
A little bit, yeah. Just a little bit too far on that pass.
Stewart will be out to see if he can pin the Hornets deep. Now, this should be high and relatively short, I would think. We'll see what he does. Late guy getting out there. Stewart wanting it. Still standing at the 50. It's 4th and 10, by the way. Stewart going to boot it.
Ooh.
It's going to be short, and it's going to, that angle is pretty bad. That's going to be about a 15-yard punt, I think.
Yeah, 15, 16 yards.
And they're going to spot it out of bounds at the 25. So the Hornets will get the ball there on the 25.
You know, I was going to mention Stewart last week had 3 or 4 really nice returns. He was averaging like about 20 yards a return.
Right.
So it's very easy to conceive that he made that nice run there.
So Campbell goes out of the gun. Low snap. We'll pick it up off the turf and hand it off. And no gain on that run. I think that is going to be Plaster. Yes, it is, number 34. Well, I guess he got a yard, Gerry.
Yeah, we'll give him a yard.
Get to the 26-yard line. 2nd and 9 for the Hornets. 10 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Still no score.
Yeah, he's been averaging over 5 yards per carry.
Here we go again out of the gun. And here's another handoff to Plaster. Plaster again got a yard. That is a lot of work for a yard, Gerry.
Yeah.
Back-to-back 1-yard gains for Payne Plaster. 3rd and 8 coming. We're going to mix it up a little and spread it out a bit here. Campbell still the quarterback. Plaster still the back. 2 receivers on each side. Hornets taking their time, 3rd and 8. Ball snap, back to pass goes Campbell. Campbell avoids one tackler and he's dropped by the 2nd guy. As Brad Tiller that ended up dropping him, and Blaze Andrews busted in there with putting the pressure and turning him around. So 4th down coming up. It's 4th and 14.
Yeah, loss of 4 on the play.
And it looks like Plaster will be back to boot it back to the Highclimbers, and Elton is at his 45 to wait for this punt from Plaster. And he gets one off. Elton's going to wave everybody off, and he'll just let it roll down inside the 40. It's going to be down to the 38. Make it a 39.
40-yard punt. No return.
So 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers to get the ball right back. The good defensive stand to get the ball back quickly. See what they can put together on this drive.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if he can air it out on one of these plays.
Solonick wide to the far side. Menifee in the slot on the near side. Trikoff, the wide out on the near side. Out of the pistol goes Goose. Is it Stewart or Fuller? It's Stewart that gets the handoff up the middle. Managed to squeeze out a couple of yards, maybe 3 to the 42.
Yeah, definitely a gain of 3 on that.
Oh, and Terrell's kind of gimpy coming up off of that one. Might have had been stepped on. Don't need your punter to be injured. Fuller will come in to the backfield. So same formation. Solonic wide far side. Minifee in the slot near side. Trikoff wide near side. Fuller the back. Makowitz the up back. Goose back to pass out of the gun. Got some time again, dancing around. He's going to pull it down. Run to the sidelines. He's going to lower his shoulder at the 45.
It looks like a gain of about 3 on the play.
That was Goose on keeper over
So
the
it'll
right
be
side, moving the ball to the high
third down.
45-yard line.
3rd and 4 coming up.
Okay.
That'll make it 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Ball's at the 45, need to get to 49. Same formation, personnel-wise as well. Out of the gun goes Goose. Handed off to Fuller. Fuller met in the backfield and dropped. He's gonna lose about 5, Jerry.
Yeah.
Carrying the ball for the Highclimbers. Chase Campbell leading the attack.
4th down and 9 coming up.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Highclimbers.
And here comes Stewart to punt it back to the Hornets.
Stewart back to punt for the
Jaden
Highclimbers.
Klausnitzer going to stand about his 30 to wait for this punt from Stewart.
Snitcher back for the Hornets to receive the punt.
Quick boot. Line drive's going to hit at the 20, roll all the way down inside the 10, and out of bounds about the 7. Matai Lieseman, there's some gnawing down there. Jerry, a lot of talking. Somebody can get a flag real soon.
Well, it was a 54-yard punt. Yeah, you notice how close, how quick Mason Goose got down there.
Yeah, right. Well, it wasn't Mason Goose, it was Matai Lieseman. Little pushing and gnawing and trash talking. Hornets will start out on their own, like their 8-yard line.
There's no flag on it.
No flag.
They let it go.
So the Hornets are deep in their own territory at the 8-yard line, 1st and 10.
I think this is the 2nd time that the Hornets have been in this situation.
So out of the gun will go Campbell, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Handoff goes to Plaster. Plaster, guy was just tracking him down and grabbed him, pulled him down. Who was that? Blaze Andrews with another tackle.
Yeah.
He's looking for that number 34, Jerry. I think he's just tracking him, saying, I'm going wherever that guy's going. So he did manage to get a yard, 2nd and 9.
Well, they've got his number so far this half. Plaster's only gained 4 yards on 3 carries.
Well, they gave him 2. Officially, the ball's at the 10, so give him 2 on that last carry.
I did, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're headed 2nd and 8 from the 10. Another snap ball is handed off to Plaster. Plaster straight up the gut this time to the 11-yard line. A flag comes in at the end.
I don't like where that was thrown.
Well, they're talking about it.
Yeah, Plaster picked up, what, about 5 yards on that play?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see what happens here if that's...
But that was on the Highclimbers, was it?
You know, the way it was, where the flag's thrown, I would think it was. But let's see.
Lorna did, I say, personal foul, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, personal foul on the Highclimbers. Somebody doing a little extra chipping after the end of the play there. So that'll put the ball all the way up at the 31.
That's a 15-yarder. That
hurt.
That's where they'll line up 1st and 10.
So 1st down for the Hornets. A hand off to Plaster again. Plaster going sideways, pulled down, loss on that play.
Yeah, they've got his number. It's too bad they had that penalty.
Was that Lucas Solonic with the tackle there? A loss of what, 3-4 on that play? Back to the 20.
Loss of 4 on the play.
27. I'm going to spot at the 28. Second and the 14, 13. Out of the gun will go Campbell. The receiver on each side. Little handoff. I think it's pulling in there this time. Ball came out. No, that's not. That's a helmet came off. Yeah, it was number 20 on the carry. Pulling. Got, looks like 2. Is it Plaster? No, it's pulling on the carry, Jerry. Number 20.
Pulling's more of a straight ahead ball carry.
You think that, but then he squirts out.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see. He's getting a rest. Plaster's getting a rest. So it's a 3rd down and 12.
Gain of 2?
Yeah, I'll give him 2.
Okay.
Ball at 29. Out of the gun will go Campbell. 2 receivers on each side. Back pass goes. He'll throw it off. It's complete. Oh, it's not complete. Excuse me. Out of the reach of the intended target. Number 22. And that's Jacob Renneker.
And Kickoff was on the coverage.
It brings up 4th down. So here's Plaster to boot it away. Ellington back to receive it. The punt, that is. He's standing at his 38. Fourth down and 12 from the 29. And they've got them all spread out. Opportunity here to put some pressure on. Plaster gets the ball of the punt away. Ellington takes it to 39. Makes a couple of guys miss. And he can't get more than a couple of yards. Good coverage by the Hornets.
Ellington takes that ball. Gain of a yard or 2 there.
Gain of a couple yards, about a 31-yard punt.
Spot the ball at the 41. 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers.
Highclimbers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
Kickoff wide to the near side. Looks like it's Menifee wide to the far side. Out of the pistol will go Goose. Fuller the back behind them, and Fuller takes the handoff and loses a couple of yards.
Yeah.
Nowhere to run, actually.
No, there was no hole.
Officially a loss of 2, back to the 39.
Lishinus and Sandoval, the tackle for the Hornets.
Again out of the pistol. Goes Goose. Hand out to Fuller. Fuller fights his way back to the original line of scrimmage, gets a couple more, give him 4 yards on the carry. However, there's a flag on the play. I saw some laundry go flying.
That'll be a holding, that looks like.
Oh, no, their sideline is crowding, so it's just a little bit of a warning.
That flag is a sideline warning for the Highclimbers.
I guess that line judge was feeling a little crowded, Jerry.
You can almost call holding on every play.
Almost.
Not every, yeah, just about.
Almost. 3rd down and 8 for the Highclimbers on their own 43. 4:27 to go, 3rd quarter. No score. Out of the pistol goes Goose. Looks like Stewart's in the backfield. Wideouts are Kickoff and Menifee. Hand off to, actually it's Fuller, excuse me. Fuller in the backfield, fights his way to the 50. And that'll be 4th and 1 at midfield.
Yeah, 7-yard gain. Nice run by Stewart.
That was Fuller. Fuller, 23 is the carry.
Was Fuller?
It was Fuller.
That's his longest run of 7 yards.
So out of the pistol goes Goose again, 4th and 1. Hand it off to Fuller. Fuller gets the 1st down. He's still on his feet for another yard. He needed 1, he got 2.
Yep. So that's the 6th first down for the Highclimbers.
3:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. Highclimbers into White River territory.
Highclimbers have a 1st down there. Ball's on Hornets 48-yard line.
And hand out to Fuller, and then he's just dropped for a quick loss there. Have to make a quick change. How is this at all happening here?
For each as well, there is a penalty flag. That's a
Personal foul on the Highclimbers. I'm dealing with some technical issues here, Jerry. I might have to swap out some stuff here.
Yeah,
but
a personal foul on the White River.
White River. So that gives the Highclimbers first down.
To the Hornets' 34-yard line. That's where they'll line up, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for Shelton on the White River 34. Fuller with the carry. He's dropped right at the line of scrimmage.
That was Fuller carrying the ball up the center. Brian Stapleton got a hold of his shoelace there, took him down. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. There's no gain on that last play.
So 2nd and 10 from the 34. Out of the pistol will go Goose. Fuller the back behind him. Menifee near side. Kickoff far side. Back to pass goes Goose. He's going to feel the pressure. Stiff arms one guy. He's going to turn it up the sideline. He's got a lot of green in front of him. Runs out of bounds about the 25-yard line. A flag goes flying from the end zone at the end of the play.
9-yard gain.
And another flag goes flying in the scrum on the far side as well.
About a 9-yard gain. Let's see what happens now after those 2 penalties.
Mason Doe is a keeper there over the right side.
Now let's see what happened there. We've got a lot of flags go flying.
Fuller's got some speed. When he decides to put it in 3rd gear or 4th gear.
Well, let's see what they're going to work out these penalties. I mean, if flag goes flying from the end zone, something obvious happened. And the flag goes flying from the amongst the players on the far side, so something's happening over there as well. So wasn't nothing good on that play whatsoever. But Goose will get up to the 25, about a yard short of the first down, and we got to figure out what the penalties are about.
Unless they're offsetting.
I was thinking that too. Retaliation on everything here.
Yeah. Let's see what they say here. Okay. Oh!
I didn't see that, Jerry. What was it?
Two personal fouls.
Okay.
Good.
So 2 personal fouls on the Hornets, and that would put the ball half the distance. Gotta be at this point.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, where you can't
I have not heard this one, seen this one for
unless
a long
it's half
time.
the distance and then half the distance again. I don't know if they would do that as well.
Well, okay.
Well, the teams are gonna bring everybody together.
So 25.
Oh yeah, the 25.
So that takes it down to the 12. The ball could wind up down at the 7-yard line.
That's possible.
That's where I'm figuring it at. So you take the half and then the other half.
So that'd be a 1st and goal, is what you're saying?
No. Oh, I'm right. It's
You're
a 7.
right.
Oh, I'm wrong. It was a 6.
At the 6. Okay.
Okay,
so
I was wrong.
Highclimbers get a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
I have not seen that, fans, for a long time.
Yeah.
So interesting. 6-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 6. So 1st and goal from the 6. Excuse me. 2:36 to go, 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter kind of grinds to a halt here with all the penalties.
Yeah.
Goose is going to go out of the gun. He's got Kickoff on the near side, Menifee on the far side, Fuller the back behind him. Actually, they call it the pistol. Makowitz 2 yards in front of him, but over about 5 yards. Hand out to Fuller. Fuller straight up the gut, inside the 5 to about the 3.
So gain of about 3 on the play.
So we're going to go again. 2nd and goal. Fuller again, straight up the gut again. Did he get any? No, he didn't quite get in. Yes, he did. They're going to call it a touchdown late. Highclimbers get on the board.
3 yards.
Fuller, yes. Crowd is on the feet. And here comes the saw. Wait for the point after.
I'm glad they didn't do what they did last week.
Here's Kaiser on to kick the point after. Snap, spot, kick. It's up. It's good. And there's the first touchdown of the season for Shelton. And here comes the saw if you could ever get it started. There it is. 7-0. Highclimbers score first.
It works.
It's the first score of the season for the Highclimbers. A lot to celebrate here at Jack Stark Field. 2:10 to go, third quarter.
Well, the Tippers got the best of White River there.
I think you might be right there, Gerry.
I know you have to play with a lot of spirit, but you got to watch sometimes.
Well, you can smell the exhaust all the way up here now.
Yeah.
So Kaiser has it teed up to kick it back to the Highclimbers.
Well, it was a good sound. It was a good sound.
Kaiser set to kick off for the Highclimbers. Brown and Poland back for the Hornets.
There's a run up and the kick. It's going to be taken at the 8-yard line. This is Poland. Outside 20, 30, 35 to the 40, and he's dropped at the 40.
Good tackle.
Can't see who actually did the still celebrating on a tackle. Who is the guy that made the tackle, Gerry? I'm still trying to track down the numbers,
Yeah.
Gerry.
A nice return of about 32 yards.
Yeah.
And a nice kickoff, too.
The kicker, Brandon Kaiser, made the tackle. That's why the celebration.
Boy, that was a good tackle because that was a nice return.
1st and 10 from the 41 for the Hornets, trailing by 7. Hand off to Plaster. Plaster breaks a tackle, and then he's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Who did that, Gerry? I didn't see who blasted in there.
You see who got the number?
36, I think.
You see who got the number? Tackle? 36.
I don't have a 36, Gerry. Why do I have the 36? I think, well, I don't know. Have to track that down. I don't have a 36 on my sheet.
I know.
So 2nd and 10 from the 41. Here is Plaster again. He'll cut it up the middle, and he's dropped after a short gain. I think that was Elton with the tackle on that one from the secondary. So 3rd and 7 for the Hornets. Number 36 is actually, I think it's Cameron Hussein. I was on there for 37.
Okay.
I think that's what I've seen in social media. Out of the gun goes Campbell. Campbell's going to tack out under and run. He gets to the 50, extends out. Did he get the first down? I think he had enough.
I think he did.
He was stopped, but he is, I think he's 6 something. Well, where is he?
He picked it up.
Yeah, he's 6 feet. No, he needed all 6 feet of that frame to get the first down.
And that was their, that's their 11th first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 49 for the Hornets into Highclimber territory with 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter, trailing by 7. Campbell out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Plaster the back beside him. Back to pass he goes. He's going to tuck it under, and he's going to be pulled down. I think he's going to lose one on that one. So 2nd and 11 coming at midfield, and that should do it for the 3rd quarter. Gerry, we're through 3. It's a 7-point lead for the Highclimbers. The Hornets will have the ball when we start the 4th in a moment.
The Highclimbers have held White River to 1 first down in this quarter, the 3rd quarter. Good defense.
All right, Gerry.
Placer, I mean, they've contained him.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 when we come back with the 4th quarter in a minute. Waiting for the start of the 4th quarter. Last 12 minutes of this ball game. 7-0 Shelton with the lead. White River with the ball. They have a 2nd and 11 from midfield to start the quarter. We switched ends.
Yeah, Placer's only gained 4 yards in that 3rd quarter.
It's like Pullen is in the backfield this time. Over to Campbell's right, and he's going to shift over to the left. Out of the gun goes Campbell. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. There's the snap. Quick handoff to Pullen. Pullen squeezes up the middle. He's going to get into the secondary. Stumbled to the 30 and lost the ball at the end of the play. He just kind of stumbled to the 30-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 29.
So a 20-yard run.
That was Pullen with the carry for the Hornets.
So 1st and 10 for White River. They're trying to knock on the door here for the answer for the touchdown they gave up in the last Climber possession.
Yeah, he's had 7 carries for 55 yards.
Out of the gun will go Campbell. Pullen still the back. 3 receivers far side, and Campbell will keep it this time up the middle. He's going to squirt into the secondary, pulled down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line.
12-yard run.
So back-to-back first downs for the Hornets. They're on the 17-yard line with a 1st and 10. 30 seconds remaining, or 30 seconds have been gone in this 4th quarter. And the Hornets are already in the red zone. Taking a lot of time getting the right personnel in there.
13th first down for White River.
Out of the gun, low snap, handoff to Pullen. Pullen comes near side. Going to be dropped. No gain on that. The Highclimbers collapsed. Matai Leesom in there. Let's see here. It was Cameron Hussein as well. And no gain. 2nd down and 10 coming for the Hornets.
That was Leeson, Taylor, and Hussein on the tackle for the Highclimbers.
So Plaster is back in there for the Hornets. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Campbell thought he was going to go under center there for a moment. Steps back into the gun. He's going to shift Plaster to the right side. Ball snap. There's Plaster with the handoff up the middle. Dropped almost immediately as he reached the line of scrimmage. Ty Taylor with the tackle.
No gain.
Actually a loss on that, Gerry. Went backwards a yard. 3rd down and 11. Back at the 18-yard line. Clock is running, 10 minutes to go. 7-0 Shelton with the lead. White River with the ball.
Like you said, they got one person that's keying on him probably.
It seems like it. Same formation, 3 receivers far side, back to pass goes. Campbell looks over the middle, throws for the end zone. It's caught. Oh, it was knocked away at the last second. What a play. Incomplete, it falls. Who was the guy in there? Is that, can't see the number.
Was that your son?
No, it was Hussein, Cameron Hussein with a big defensive stop there at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 11 to come.
Okay.
White River trailing, 9:41 to go in the ball game. 7-0 is the score. Going to go again with a 4th and 11. Out of the gun, pulling in there. Back to pass, he's going to lob it for the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown! Devin Zweifel with the TD reception in the end zone. That little lob pass was there.
How many yards on that one?
18. And here's Argo on to tie the ball game with the point after.
It's Argo there to take the extra point.
Snap, low, spot is down, ball is up. He got it. We've got a ball game. It's all knotted up at 7. That's a good way to respond for the Hornets, Jerry. They just dealt with adversity and came back and tied the ball game. 7-all. 9:36 remains in the ball game. This may come down to whoever has the ball last, Jerry. We have a timeout here. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody who needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They'll be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there is no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401, 360-426-4401. 7-7 ball game. Lincoln Argo got it teed up for the Hornets after tying the ball game. Stewart and Elton back deep. Stewart near side, Elton on the far side, standing about their 5, waiting for this kick from Argo.
Elton and Stewart back for the Highclimbers.
There's a run up the ball, and nope, we're going to have a false start on the kickoff.
Flag on the play.
So an offsides on the kickoff, so the Hornets will kick it off from the 35 instead of 40.
That's a 5-yard penalty, so Argo will kick off from the 35-yard line.
So here we're going to try it again. The first kick was a line drive. This one is another line drive that'll be picked up by Elton about the 17. Go up the middle, cuts it outside, cuts it back to the numbers. In the center of the field now, Elton to the 50. It's a good starting field position for Shelton at midfield. Actually looks like it'll spot it on the White River side of the 50. Yeah, they're going to put it right down there.
25-yard return?
Something like that.
Yeah, 25.
Goose will go out of the pistol. He's got a slot receiver on the far side and one wide on the near side. Turn around, hand it off, and Elton just met a loss of 4 on the play. Good penetration by the Hornets.
Elton took the handoff.
And to make it officially a loss of 3.
He was met there by
So 2nd and 13 for the Climbers. Clock is running. We're 8:55 and counting. Out of the pistol goes Goose. He's got 2 receivers on the near side, one on the far side. Waiting for the snap. Turn around, hand it off. This is Fuller again. And they're going to call him down. It looks like Jacob Renneker with the stop. No gain there. And it's 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Big play.
So 3rd and 13 from the 47. 3 receivers on the near side. Out of the gun goes Goose. He's going to roll to the near side. He's going to set his feet looking downfield. Still dancing around there. He's going to throw it. It's complete to Fuller. He stood up at the 46-yard line after the reception.
Number 63 was the one that got the tackle.
That's Reese Branch. And that'll be 4th down, and Stewart's on to punt it back to the Hornets. Klaus Snitzer back to receive the punt. Highclimbers waiting for a last guy to get out there. We've got 4 guys on the near side. Stewart got a blocked punt. And it's scooped up. And Plaster's going to step to the call. Is this a touchdown? It is a touchdown off the blocked punt and the scoop and score.
It's been the same person that's this time finally he got to the punter. He's got that big, long arms.
I think it was Wyatt Davis who blocked it. And Plaster scooped it up and returned it. And now the Hornets are on top, 13-7. Argo to put the Hornets up by a touchdown with the point after. Waiting for the snap. There's the spot, the kick. It is good. 14-7, 7:17 to go in the ball game. White River takes the lead for the first time tonight after a blocked punt and a scoop and score. Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide okay, got to turn Gerry off. To provide no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. A testing kiosk is located outside the 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule your appointment at curative.com. You can find a link in the upper left-hand corner, masonwebtv.com. 14-7 is our score. 7:15 to go in the ball game. The
number 22 that blocked that.
I thought it was 72.
Huh?
I thought it was 72.
72?
Yeah, that blocked it.
Okay.
Sorry, Gerry. You go off and talk to somebody. You have to turn your mic off.
Oh, I didn't know you had it on.
Yeah. Here's the run up and the kick. Another line drive kick. This time Stewart will pick it up at the 7. And he'll return it to about the 25.
18-yard return.
Stewart takes that kick.
So 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers at their own 25, trailing by 7 points.
Turn that ball up to the Highclimber 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, let's see if Shelton can return the favor now. Goose
is going to go out of the gun. Fuller the back behind him. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side.
Oh.
We have something going on here. They're going to get encroachment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get encroachment by White River. So that makes it to 1st and 5 from the 30.
Yeah, that's the fourth one of those. And that's 100 yards and penalties now for White River.
Tobin Dudley, the receiver on the near side. Back to pass goes Goose. Going to step up and he's going to launch it long. Got a guy there, it's Menifee. Inside the 30, stops, cuts it back up the numbers. He's going to cut it inside the 15-yard line. What a big play and a big pass. Goose to Menifee. And credit that offensive line for giving him the time to throw the ball.
55-yard pass play.
1st and 10 for the Highclimbers on the 15-yard line. Goose out of the gun, 2 receivers far side. Goose back to pass. Looks for the end zone. Got a guy there. Menifee overthrew him, incomplete.
It's nice when Goose has that time to plant his feet and throw. He's got a good arm.
Solnick back in the ball game. Trykoff goes wide to the far side. Nope, but Dudley will get back in there. Menifee in the slot far side. Trykoff the wide out far side. Back is Fuller. Hand off to Fuller. Going to cut it up the middle to the 10. Just shy of the 10-yard line on the run. Straight up the middle. 3rd down coming. It's like a 5-yard pickup. From the 10, turn around, handoff. Here's Fuller. Fuller gets us into the secondary, fights his way down to the goal line. He's dropped. He's got the 1st down, 1st and goal. Highclimbers at the 1.
4-yard carry by Fuller.
Called a 9-yard pickup, Gerry. It was.
Well, where was the ball at?
The ball was at the 10.
Is it the 10? Okay.
I'm going to spot it at the 2-yard line. This is the Wildcat, direct snap. Here's Fuller into the end zone, touchdown.
2-yard touchdown run by Fuller.
And we're 13-14 right at the moment.
Well, Dedrick, that's the 2nd touchdown run by Fuller.
And Kaiser on to tie the ball game. 6:05 to go. Timeout by the Hornets. So that was a really impressive way to get down there real quickly.
Yeah. With the 50-yard, 5-yard pass play, and Fuller had a couple really nice runs there to set up that touchdown.
6:05 to go in the ball game. 1-point lead for the Hornets.
Now,
Brendan Kaiser can tie it. The holder is Tobin Dudley. Go ahead, Gerry.
I was just going to say they will go for the 1 instead of the 2. Okay.
Well, that's the way it appears right now.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in these games, Gerry.
Yeah, they're going to go for the tie.
So the point after coming. There's the snap, the spot, the kick. Oh boy, the good penetration. And it's good. We have a tie ball game at 14. Where's the thing? There it is. So another cutting. So after that touchdown, Shelton Highclimber Football Booster Club helping bring this broadcast to you. You might wonder how they spend all the funds that they do raise. They provide lunch dinners for every away game. This includes packaged food for every player, coach, and the bus drivers. Game bags, practice equipment, communication equipment, basically whatever the coach needs. Need more information, SheltonHighclimbersFootball.com. So we have a 14-14 ball game. Brendan Kaiser to kick it back to the Hornets. Pulling the deep, one of the deep men for the Hornets to receive this kick after the 75-yard drive by the Highclimbers to tie the ball game. Here's the run up and the kick. High, end over end kick. Pullen will take it at the 20. Burst out and knocked down at the 35. That was a good 15-yard return, Jerry.
Yeah. About a 45-yard kickoff.
First and 10 for the Hornets on their own 35. Actually, they're going to spot it at 37. I guess that's the length of Mr. Pullen.
It'll be interesting to see if White River goes to the air a lot more now.
So I can't see who's in the backfield with Campbell. I think it's Pullen. Hand off to him. I think it is Pullen. Pullen nowhere to go. Bottled up. Might have lost a yard.
Yep, he did.
Second and 11 coming at the 41.
Loss of a yard on the play. It'll be second down and 11 yards to go.
Pullen still in the backfield with Campbell. Two receivers near side, one to the far side. A little jump, I think this is going to go on the Highclimbers. Everybody's pointing each way. The flag on the far side went towards the Highclimbers side. That's why I'm thinking it's going to go on the Highclimbers as an encroachment.
Flag on the play there.
So let's see what the call is.
And the coaches say take it.
Yep, it's offsides or encroachment. So 5 yards. So it brings up second down and 6.
Second down and 6 yards to go.
Shelton has only had 55 yards in penalties.
So out of the gun goes Campbell, hand off to Pullen. Pullen looking for some running room. Chase turned around actually and dropped. Good pursuit. That is that's Ellerton right there. Bradley Ellerton. Loss of 4 on the play, maybe 5, depending on where they're going to put the ball. And it looks like it's going to be a loss of 4. Third and 10. Here's an interesting thing. You have Plaster setting up as a slot receiver on the far side, Jerry. Out of the gun goes Campbell, Pullen in the backfield. Back to pass. Gonna launch it out there. It's complete. Where's the ball? Oh, sorry. And just stopped short of the first down. As Renneker with the reception is going to be very, very close to first down, Jerry.
9-yard gain.
Nope, they're going to give him a first down. So, yeah, I think it's going to be 9 yards. So, first and 10 for the Hornets on their own 47 and a half, almost a 48.
Now that's our 14th first down.
4.5 minutes to go. Ball clock is running. Interesting that the clock did not stop when they set those chains. Out of the gun goes Campbell. 3 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Turn around and hand it off to Pullen. Pullen slips through the line. Squirts forward for about 6.
You know, it's interesting that Poland now is doing most of the run plays for White River instead of Placer.
Well, they're lining up Placer as a receiver. I'm thinking they're setting up a screen to him on the far side. That's my expectation. He's in between the 3 receivers back there. Campbell pulls it down and runs ahead. crossing the 45 to the 44. And we have a 3rd down and 2.
Campbell's done a good job of tucking that ball away and taking it up the middle.
Here he goes out of the gun again. Poland still in the backfield. A receiver on each side for him. 3 minutes, approaching 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the ball game. Handoff to Poland. Poland gets the first down and a little bit more. Still got driving those legs inside the 40 to the 39. Okay, folks, before I forget, I got to swap out batteries, so hold on a second.
Okay. Gain of 3 yards on that play by Poland.
Yeah, we're back. So 1st and 10 from the 39 for the Hornets. 2:45 to go in the ball game. Same formation for White River. Tie ball game. Hand off to Poland. Poland looking to the near side, almost broke it loose. Came up to the 32.
22 on the tackle.
Elton on the tackle. And spot the ball at the 33. 2nd down and 4.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
White River taking their time. Out of the gun. Oh, it's Plaster. Plaster on the handoff this time, looking to the outside. He's going to turn the corner. A run out of bounds inside the 25.
That's Plaster taking over the right side. Looks like a good gain, but there is a flag on the play.
That was a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. Near the line of scrimmage. And what do we have for the flag? A hold on the Hornets.
The holding call against the Hornets.
Wow. So march off 10 from the spot. Should put the ball back at the 40. And that'll be 2nd down and 11.
Well, I know they're all costly penalties, but that was a big one.
1:56 remain in the ball game. 14-14 is our score. We'll wind the clock. Plaster in the backfield with Campbell. He'll take the handoff. Hesitates, swallowed under, couldn't get by. Makowitz. Who else was in on that play? It looks like John Michael Escobedo also. Haven't called his name much tonight, but he was involved in that play.
Yeah, loss of about 5 on the play.
Right. It's going to be 3rd and 16 and a timeout by the Highclimbers.
They sure got his number.
Well, it's I was going to say let's hope so, but who knows? All right, so we do have a timeout on the field. We will, well, we'll keep it here for the moment. Remind you that you can skip the wait at Mason Health's walk-in clinic. Conveniently reserve your appointment through the Mason Journal website. That's masonjournal.com/clinic/WIC. You can find a link on masonwebtv.com. Look for the skip the wait ad in the upper right-hand corner. 1:43 remains in the ball game. 14-14 is our score. White River Hornets have the ball. They have a 3rd and 16 from the Highclimber 43.
I was kind of surprised on that run play there. I thought maybe they would throw it. But.
2 receivers on each side, man in motion. Coming across the formation. Here's the rollout by Campbell. Campbell on the run. He's going to throw a lob pass downfield. Incomplete. It falls, and it's going to be a flag on the play. as Hussein was the guy who was closest to it, and the receiver was trying to fight through it to get to the ball. I think that should be a no call, really.
I think it might be offensive interference.
I think you might be right, but I'm really thinking that should be a no call.
They
refused the penalty. It was a penalty on. It was the offensive pass interference on the Hornets, and it was refused. It's 4th down and 16, and it looks like the Hornets are going to punt it. I think you might want to take in that penalty, Gerry.
I think I would have too, but
pushing back another 15 yards. So here is Plaster in to boot it back. Ellerton back. Oh, here, look at this. Plaster is going to try and run this 16 yards down, and he's reversing his field to the 40, 35. Steps up the sideline. He's got the first down. He could score. He's going to score. And a touchdown on a 4th and 16.
40,
wow.
46-yard touchdown run by Plaster.
Wow.
I guess I thought they had him. But like you said, he's so shifty. Wow.
I don't know what else you could say about that. That is
I don't know either.
One heck of a run. And Argo's on to kick the point after. As the Hornets have taken the lead back, it's now 20-14. That one snuck in the uprights. It's now 21-14 with 1:22 to go. Whew.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be a fun game, Gerry, but I really wasn't expecting this.
Well, it has been exciting to call.
When you can keep up with the action.
But
1:22 remains in the ball game. And see how the Highclimbers respond to that. That was kind of a backbreaker right there. When you have them backed up 4th and 16,
yeah,
and the punter decides to scramble his way in from, you said it was 46 yards?
Yes, 46 yards.
46 yards on a 4th and 16. That is amazing run.
Kind of a backbreaker.
And quite a gutsy call from a coaching staff. Or was it the coaching staff's call? Or is it just, hey, Payne, you decide when you get the ball?
All right, that's Argo set to kick
Well,
for the Hornets.
How much would have they gained by punting that ball?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I don't know.
I don't think they would have gained that much. I think it was pretty,
It's a good question. I was thinking on the other end of how if you were the Highclimbers, why, you could get pinned deep and have a long field.
Yeah.
Well, here's Argo with the kickoff. He'll kick it short. It'll hit at the 20 and run out of bounds, go out of bounds. So that should give the Highclimbers a decent starting field position for this drive.
Is that a 15-yard onto that?
I think it's the 35.
Automatically goes into 35. Let's see
it's
what
the
happens.
35. If I remember right, it's either where it goes out of bounds +5 or the 35, depending on where.
Whichever's
right.
Greater.
I believe that's what they. I could see. Maybe it's the 40.
Out of bounds, which is a penalty.
We'll let you know here, fans. 35.
Or you can make them kick it again. You mark them back 5, make them kick it again. Which it sounds like that's what the Highclimbers are going to do.
Well, we've had a couple of nice returns, so that's probably a good observation on the part of the coach. Probably a good call.
Yeah.
That results in a 5-yard penalty there for the kickoff. Ellerton and Stewart still back to receive the kick.
So they're going to kick it from the 35 now, or the Hornets. Ellerton back at about the 15 on the far side, and Stewart about the 12 on the near side. Let's see if they keep kicking it to Ellerton. Here's a run up. This one's another line drive. Picked up at the 40. And this is Fuller. Fuller still on his feet at the 50-yard line.
Well, that was...
So that paid off.
Yeah.
So the Highclimbers will get the ball at their own 49, it looks like. 1st and 10. They have a minute 15 to work and 51 yards to work on.
Sideline passes?
I don't know. We'll see. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Goose out of the gun. Fuller in the backfield with him. He'll dump it off to Trykoff. Trykoff slips 1 tackle, gets inside the 45, lost the ball. Seems like it's going to stay with the Highclimbers, however.
His knee hit the ground.
Oh, his knee, he was down?
Yeah.
Well, Highclimbers did drop on it. And they're going to quickly go. 2nd down and 6, it looks like. Back to pass goes Goose. Gonna step up, got some trouble. He's gonna flag, close fly in. I think they're gonna get an intentional grounding here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know you're right.
Yep. So that'll make it.
Does that take it back to the 40?
I'm thinking, but that also drops it down. I think it's going to be 4th down. 45 seconds remains in the ball game. And it's a 7-point lead for White River.
Okay.
He did say 3rd down. Okay, so it's 3rd down. And it looks like, well, let's see, about 17 yards. 3rd and 17. Back to pass goes Goose. Goose in trouble, and down he goes again. And Mason comes up a little hurt there, 4th down. Well, Gerry, 34 seconds and 4th down. And a loss of what? It's like 4th down and 20-some, isn't it? Ball back at the 32-yard line.
Well, you know, in watching Mason Goose last week, he can throw the ball 45, 50 yards.
Right.
But he's got to get his feet planted.
He's got to have some time.
Yeah, they got to give him time. And he hasn't had that much time.
No. So with timeout on the field. Now they're going to get out there pretty quickly. 34 seconds remain, 4th down, and I have 27. 4th and 27 from the 32. 34 seconds remain. And the Highclimbers have 1 timeout left, I believe.
I think they do, yes.
Going to bunch them up 3 wide here in the seam. Back to pass goes Goose. He's going to lay it out there, throw it long. It's caught by Leesom. Leesom fighting for the out of bounds. He runs out of bounds at the 36. Wow.
"32-yard pass play.
Ran out of bounds, stopped the clock at 24.
Leesom?
Yes. Going to call out the play here. 24 seconds remains. Highclimbers 1st and 10. Back to pass goes Goose. Goose on the run. He's going to scramble out of bounds inside the 30. Wise play. 18 seconds. 2nd and 2 for the Highclimbers. Spot the ball. Where's the ball? The ball's at the 28.
8-yard run.
18 seconds remain. 3 receivers far side. Goose and Fuller in the backfield. Goose out of the gun. Blitz coming. Goose goes, throws, and incomplete. It falls. Be 3rd and 2 with 12 seconds.
That's an incomplete pass there.
I didn't expect this, Jerry. I really, really didn't expect this.
Intended for Menifee.
All I knew was I had a good feeling it was going to be close.
Yes, but I didn't think we'd see some 4th down heroics here.
Yeah.
3rd and 2. Goose back to pass. Pressure's coming. He's going to throw for the end zone. Ball pops up. Intercepted.
Oh.
In the end zone. That's a touchback, and that's the game, folks. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
The clock runs out. Oh, my. Wow. 21-14, the final. Wow is all I got to say, Jerry.
Yeah.
Final score 21-14. Triple zeros on the clock at Jack Stark Field, Highclimber Stadium. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. We're going to wrap this, get some statistics and wrap this thing up. Final again at 21-14.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
So you see the final score there, 21-14. What an exciting finish here to this ball game. Just when you think that the momentum has swung one way or the other, and it's just back and forth, and the gutsy plays, the gutsy calls, the just outstanding play on both sides of the ball. And we'll look at the statistical part of it in just a moment from Gerry Apple. And I'm trying to catch up with my technical stuff here. So we will be right back with more in a moment. Or maybe not.
The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there is no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401. That's 360-426-4401.
See the final score there, 21-14. Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide a no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. A testing kiosk is located outside 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule an appointment at curative.com. You can find a link in the upper left-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. If you have any questions about COVID-19 symptoms, vaccines, or testing, please contact your provider's office. Also, the Shelton Highclimbers Football Booster Club helping bring this broadcast. Primary source of funds is through their banner program. Businesses, or anyone for that matter, can purchase a banner sponsoring the football program. Banners can be purchased through SheltonHighclimbersFootball.com. Jerry's maddeningly,
just about
crazily trying to tally everything up. And while he does that, we'll talk about what's coming up next for the Highclimbers. They begin Evergreen Conference play next Friday, hosting Centralia. We'll be on hand for that game here on Jack Stark Field. The Hornets continue playing on the road next week and open South Puget Sound League play at Ording. So a hard-fought battle and just some great plays. Fourth down individual efforts by the Hornets here to pick up their first win of the season. They go 1-1. The Highclimbers drop to 0-2. A lot of football still to be played. We have conference games beginning next week for the next 8 weeks. Well, at least 7 weeks for the Highclimbers to get everybody. And they have some tough games ahead of them as well. And this one is just got to runs right into that whole kind of a heartbreaking final there, 21-14. If you're looking for something to do on Sunday, here's an interesting little thing that I might point out to everybody. The Port of Allan is celebrating its 100th anniversary on Sunday at Allan Waterfront Park. Festivities begin at 2 p.m. Everyone is welcome. I believe they're going to put up a very interesting piece of artwork on the waterfront in Allan. So head on up on Highway 3. What about? It's about 16 miles from here. Up Highway 3, the Port of Allan. 2 o'clock on Sunday. I'm going to see how I can work that into my schedule on a Sunday. Gerry, have you got everything done? Are you ready, or
I am
do I
ready.
need to kill more time?
I'm ready.
Oh, and another thing to throw out there, the Paul Bunyan Grand Parade will be next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, downtown Shelton, and also Bikers for Babies at the hospital on the 18th. Anyways, go ahead, Gerry.
Thanks, Dedrick. White River had 15 first downs. They completed 5 of 12 passes. They had and that was good for, yeah, they only had, they had 56 yards in the air. On the ground, they had 92 yards in the second half. So they had a total of 283 yards if you add the running and the passing.
Okay.
283 yards. And they were only 5 for 12 from the air, so they basically ran the ball most of the time. Opened it up a little bit at the end in the air. Boy, Placer, they held Placer really well in the second half until he had that 46-yard
fourth down run
on that fake punt.
Right.
And he lost a couple. He was negative in the second half until he had that run. And so you add the 38 yards and the 88 yards, he was a total of 126 yards overall. He had a much better second half. Okay, what hurt them too was what hurt White River, kept Shelton in the game, was 110 yards in penalties. But it was Placer. I mean, wow.
It was like he took the game in his hands.
46-yard run, and also he picked up that block punt and took it for a touchdown.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, now for Shelton. Shelton threw it 20 times, completed 12, had 12 first downs. They were 12 of 130 yards. The big play, of course, was to Gabriel Menifee. He had one catch for 55 yards,
Mm-hmm.
and then Leeson had one catch for 34 yards. So 12 for 130 yards, pretty good in the air. What hurt Shelton, they couldn't really establish the running game except towards the very end when Fuller made a couple really nice runs.
Right.
And you corrected me on that one, that he got that 8-yard run, and then he got the touchdown after that. Fuller got 2 touchdown runs.
Right.
So Fuller had a good game. They had 130 yards in the air and 39 yards on the ground, total of 169. So if you compare the two, what kept Shelton in the game was their kicking game and punting game. The only one that was they had a 16-yard punt, but the rest were really decent punts, like 54 yards, 50 yards, 51 yards. Unfortunately, that one block punt, the one person from White River, he almost blocked a couple others.
Right. He was doing some penetration. And
very tall.
Right. I am down from 72 if memory serves.
72. Okay.
That's Wyatt Davis. He's 6'5".
Yeah, and I was trying to tell you 22, and it was 72. Okay.
Right. Yeah, 72. Because he was getting there almost every time. It was almost as if he was overwhelming the block. If it was a one-on-one block or whatever, he was just seemed to be there almost every time.
The other thing,
you said it also. You predicted it. You said they're going to get to him, and they did at the end.
Yeah, and we had some nice returns. You look at 37-yard return by Stewart, a 25-yard return by Ellington, and an 18-yard return by Stewart. So, we did some good things. It was a good game.
It was fun.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When you have an interception, of course, and then you have a block punt, is that block punt the same thing as a turnover?
It's a turnover, yeah.
So it's 2 turnovers, and that's basically what hurt Shelton, those 2 turnovers.
Right.
Thank you, Dedrick.
All right. Well, as we mentioned, Highclimbers will host Centralia, start Evergreen Conference play next Friday. We'll have that game for you here. Hornets are going to head to Ording in a week. And my thanks, as always, to Gerry Apple for his help. And final again, White River 21, Shelton 14. We will talk to you next week.
Wow.
Enjoyed tonight's broadcast, please give us a like. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter with @MasonWebTV. Also consider subscribing to Mason Web TV's Facebook page and or YouTube channel. And remember to hit that bell to be notified the next time we go live. This broadcast on Mason Web TV powered by HCC was made possible by Mason Health. United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton. When it comes to real estate, there's no substitute for local knowledge. The Shelton Highclimbers Football Booster Club, benefiting players in the Shelton High School football program by raising funds, organizing volunteers, and building community support. And by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.